I'm still learning this live joint, man. Yeah.
Dang. Hey, that setup is perfect.
Yeah.
You know, little DJ set, then you got Bruce Lee, Bob Marley. Like, you can't beat it. Fabulous.
Are we ready?
Yep.
We are.
Yeah, man.
So what's up, y'all? This is Inside Nianda Speaks, and you're listening to Thoughts in the Dark. Now, I got a good brother here that I actually just met not too long ago, but we've established a relationship to where I respect this man's grind, I respect his hustle, I respect what he does for the faith-based community and even the community at large. So this is my brother Levi. I actually got him on my phone as Levi Lighthouse.
That'll work. Yeah.
Never told him that, but Levi Lighthouse is in the building, y'all.
Yeah. How y'all doing, everybody?
Word. So, of course, we have the 5 pillars of development, right? The first pillar that we have is faith. And I wanted to give Brother Levi's, advice, asking some questions about faith, how he has developed his faith over time. So we're going to go ahead and kick this off with the first question, man.
Yeah,
How you feeling, brother?
Man, I'm feeling real good, man. I'm feeling brand new.
Absolutely.
I'll put it that way.
I could dig it.
Having the renewal of the mind. It's just,
man.
You look at everything from a different perspective.
That's real
you look
talk,
at the
man.
world. You look at people, everything differently, So it's feeling good, man, being close to God, it brings you peace.
Absolutely.
Even at work, man, I drive for a living, so
okay.
I got crazy people that like to cut me off.
Man, I remember them days, man. Dude, I remember them days.
So, yeah. I'm able to kind of boost out.
So let me ask you this: like, do you listen to gospel while you're on the road? Like, does that help you?
Oh man,
bring it down a notch.
Nowadays, music really has such a big impact, in just your daily emotions. You know what I mean?
Absolutely, man.
And like sometimes, I told wifey, I was like, man, babe, when we decided to just really give ourselves to Christ and surrender and just walk this journey just to the fullest,
Right.
Transitioning from the world, and music was like a big part. I'll listen to it, but now I can see a difference when I listen to it versus when I listen to, gospel or something like that, because now I'll sit there and I'll turn some, Lil Wayne on or something like that.
Right.
And I'm just, I feel myself, just amped up, kind of crunk a little bit. Anybody that, look at me crazy, I'm like, man, why you look?
That's real
and,
tough.
And it has an effect on me like that. And sometimes, you don't even realize how powerful music, can be. Since I've really, definitely the Lighthouse has been like a major influence for me, because
absolutely.
It keeps me engaged with the Lord, and keeps me engaged with faith-based music,
right.
And I've been just really exposed to a lot of artists that I'm like, wow, like,
I didn't know they was that.
Man, I'm like, what? Like, this music is fabulous.
That's what's up, man.
And like now, I can't remember the last time I listened to, one of the secular radio stations for a full day at least.
Now let me ask you this though, bro, because I remember when Kirk Franklin, when he came out, and everybody was like, man, this ain't gospel, man. This is worldly music. Like, do you still have that? Do you still battle with that, or are you just like, what is music?
To me, I think, as long as it is promoting God, or, just geared towards God, or
right.
geared towards love. Like I say, like, I'll still listen to some secular music.
Right.
If it's, got some love, or if it's just simply positive, I'll listen to it. But as far as, like, just really having an influence on me, I have to keep gospel on,
That's
because
what I talk, man.
It keeps me connected to the Lord,
Absolutely.
Every day my mind is on Him.
Absolutely.
Every day. And depend on, how I feel certain days. Like today, I just had my soaking music on, this guy named William Augusta.
Okay.
Fabulous. It just, puts you in a zone where you just, euphoria, you just,
Definitely.
and then you just, just connecting with him,
Definitely.
allowing the music to kind of minister to you,
God,
Yeah,
so,
wifey
yeah.
put me on to it, so,
Okay.
and like I said, man, since I really been into the whole just gospel realm, I mean, you got artists like Called Out Music,
Okay.
Stevie, Valentine, I mean, just
Who's
Jordan
What
Armstrong.
brother you played? That reggae brother.
That was Stevie.
Okay,
that
got
was
you,
Stevie
got you.
Valentine.
Yeah, man.
Yes, sir.
I heard that
Stevie
track.
Valentine.
Whoa, that's my new
like
track,
yours.
yo.
Yeah, heart like yours. Oh my gosh, man.
Wow.
Yes, sir. Sometimes, bro, I listen to music like just over and over because it just speaks to me.
Absolutely, man. Absolutely.
In a certain way that I'm just like, I need this,
That's real talk, man.
And that's the thing about with secular music. And I think, music like you were saying, like with Kurt Franklin, people call, oh yeah, it's not gospel. I think those people, for one, they are probably, not believers. Probably, those people that just kind of want to cause confusion or.
Makes sense.
For me, I listen to whatever moves me,
Right.
And as far as in the gospel, I listen to Kurt Franklin. He has some hits that I like.
Right.
But it's nowadays where I'm at in my life now. He just don't do it for me.
That makes sense. Yeah.
So and especially as far as where God is, where He's taking my wife and I, and just me personally. And I know He, I have a purpose here on earth. So. He's taking me to a place where, and I'm just like, oh, okay. He building me up, and from all angles, and making sure that I'm the person, that He created me to be.
Man,
so
that's real talk.
So I have to, the music that I have now, man, it's just, I just fill myself up.
Right.
I just fill myself up with it, with the Lord
and real talk. That's a perfect segue into what Lighthouse Industries is. And when we first, had that phone conversation, I was just like, wow, man, like I've never heard anything like that.
Right,
you know what I'm saying?
right.
Like that's completely new, yo.
Yeah,
so
man.
What was the startup process for Lighthouse Industries, and like where do you see it a year from now, 7 years from now?
Oh man,
where do you see it growing?
It's been quite the process actually. Just to paraphrase, with my wife, she actually birthed this idea like 20 years ago, and she actually had it in her book and everything,
Get out of here.
Yeah, man.
Damn.
And so kind of fast forward, the Lord allowed us to see each other and instantly connect.
Right.
It was instant, man. Like we knew each other for like a week, and we was in love. And next thing you know, I had to go in the military and then off to war, and then I came back and we got married and had kids.
Wow.
We just kept it going from there. But
that's awesome though.
But yeah, man, so she birthed the idea, and the thing about it was that we were, really in the world. And I always loved entertainment. I always loved bringing people together and just having a good time, just, creating a good atmosphere, a good vibe.
Right.
So the things that we were doing in the world, the Lord said, no, look, I don't want y'all doing that,
Right.
So we were like, all right. Yeah. And I'm telling you, bro, He did, man. He shut it down. And, and like I said, when we gave ourselves to Him, He stripped us, filtered us, squeezed us.
Man.
I mean, like it was like a pile of dough. It was
right.
Flatten out, do it again.
Talk, man.
And then, we one day we was just talking, and wife was like, I said, man, baby, I said, maybe God want us to throw parties for Him. She was looking in her closet one day, and, we was trying to think of a name and all that, and she pulled out her old book from, she just like, her little scrapbook, just write stuff, drawing stuff. And she's like, oh, well, here go my book right here, Lighthouse, and,
Wow.
And at that moment, it just made me realize, like, how God is just, how He orchestrate things.
Man,
you know what I mean? Because I'm like, man, He took her from all that.
Right.
Took me from this and everything, and from nothing and this and that. And, just, He took a mess. He took a pile of mess from really one end of the country or state to the other end, you know, because she was from Washington State, so, you know.
Get out of here.
Yeah, I'm from right here, and then, you know,
Wow.
her father he's you know, in the shipyard, so, you know, traveling, and, you know, she ended up here, and I'm just like, man, it's just, you know, amazing how, you know, he brought us together, you know, for this moment right here.
Man, that's real tough.
You know, and it was the seed that he had put in her and the seed he put in me, and like I say, man, it's just like a baby. You know, we came together and boom, here's the Lighthouse. And now I pretty much the daddy to raise it. You know?
Right.
So,
that's real talk. That's real talk.
So you know, I'm raising the baby, man, and we're doing it together. So we co-parenting this thing.
I can dig it, man. I can dig it, man. Lighthouse Industries, man. Like I said, when you first told me about it, I was like, man, I want to be a part of that, man. Just sound when you talked about how Hollywood has perverted the entertainment industry, man. I was like, yo, this brother is on fire, man. Let's go, man.
When we was on this, like, the Lord just started just feeding us, and I'm just like thinking, like, man, okay, Lord, how I'm gonna do this? Like, it was easy to do worldly party, you know what I mean? It wasn't nothing, you know.
That's real time.
But trying to do this, I'm like, how are we gonna do this? Like, I don't even know which way. And you know, he just kept giving us revelations over time. We'll go through things, and you know, we'll get a revelation here, or somebody just come by. Like, literally, man, it was crazy. I was in Kroger one day, and this older gentleman, you know, he came up to me, and I started telling him about what we're doing, and you know, he was like, man, you know, that's a great idea. And prior to meeting him, man, it was like two other people that was telling me, like, we see a light around you. Like, we see a glow in you.
Wow.
And it just was so moving to me, because I'm like, what in the world? Like, yo, this is, I've never had anybody say anything like that to me.
That's real, man.
But transitioning, I'm like, maybe it's confirmation. I'm on the right track now, you know. And I actually had one of my truck drivers, you know, he came to me one day, he was like, man, Levi, he was like, I've been meaning to tell you, man, you know, whatever you're doing, you're on the right track. He said, God just told me to tell you, you're on the right track. And man, I just was moved to tears, bro. Man. Because I'm like, wow, like, oh my gosh.
Y'all don't even know, man.
Yeah. And the guy in the store, you know, he was like, hey, man, you know, before we were about to depart, you know, he was like, hey, man, one more thing. He said, I meant to tell you, you know, like, you'll keep shining. And I'm like, what is going on, man? I mean, dude, I actually I FaceTime my wife. I said, baby, this guy wanted to pray with us. Man, he told me that I'm shining. She's like, man, this is wild. So, you know.
And this is after y'all started Lighthouse Industries?
Well, once we did start, just the build up.
Get out of here.
Because after we said, okay, yeah, this is what we're going to do.
Wow.
We both has really just been, it's like the Lord said, okay, y'all want to do this? I need to build y'all up for this, you know. And it's just, powerful. I'm telling you, man, the revelation has been crazy, man. And, you know, it just made me think about how during this time, as far as, you know, the life is concerned, you know, just our human lifetime right now, how relevant we are. And it made me think, relevant, revelation. Okay, God really don't give a specific time in the Bible. You know, he says, you know, you will see these things. You know, and I'm like, man, you know, we actually are just seeing more of these, you know, end time things that are going on. And that's why I was like, okay, we're relevant for this time. You know, we're in the age of information now, and in the age of technology, where it's like we can really reach out.
Man, a lot of people.
And that's why I'm so excited, because I'm like, man, this is a perfect time for something like this.
Absolutely,
you know?
Man.
Like, we need to penetrate these 7 mountains, man. And like I say, you know, we are, you know, penetrating business and economy and arts and entertainment, because, you know, those are the two things. For one, the devil was, you know, the prince of music. We got to get the enemy with his own stuff, you know what I mean?
Man.
And that's what we do. And so we, you know, we're doing that in a sense, in more of just in the spiritual realm, you know. And we have to utilize the Lighthouse to gain people and get people close to God using arts and entertainment for what we feel like God has intended music.
That's real, man.
You know, to the purpose of music, you know, is to praise and worship Him. I mean, you know, we got to give thanks for, you know, just life and just, you know, and then just to worship Him, you know, and it keeps us close to Him, you know. And you know, your mind, the mind is powerful, and faith in itself is a mindset.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
Like I have to, set my mind to say, oh, okay, I have my rent $1,000, but I got to take $100 out for tithes.
That's
what I'm gonna do? Am I gonna have faith, be late, and know that God is gonna take care of me either way, or if I'm gonna do this on my own and pay my rent? Because if I do that, now God looking at me like, oh, okay, so you really don't have faith in me.
Right.
You really don't trust me. He created everything. Well, why would I not want to give him anything every time I earn it?
That's real talk.
And with that, we have to first renew our mind. And by renewing our mind, we have to seek him first.
That's real.
That scripture, seek ye first, and everything else. When you read scriptures, and me and wifey was kind of talking about this not too long ago, man. Like, you really have to have an understanding of it,
right?
Because you'll read it and then be like, all right, okay, but you got to read it again,
right?
Read it again because it's like hidden messages, but
man,
it's it's
right
like you really just got to be able to dissect, what's in the word. And the word is just so amazing when you really break it down, when you really get an understanding, and God will surround you with people in your life to help you.
Right,
and that's what he done for us, man. I'm telling you, it's been crazy. Like, since we, decided to, surrender ourselves and start the Lighthouse, that's exactly what's been happening, man. We've been surrounded by amazing people.
Wow.
Amazing. I mean, literally, we pretty much changed our whole circle.
Man, yeah.
We changed our whole circle.
And that's, real talk, that's important, man. I think sometimes you have to.
Yes, sir.
The people from your past will keep you in that past.
Right.
They don't even want to see you transition to.
Some don't.
Man, that's
yes,
real.
Sir.
That's real.
Yes, sir.
Wow. So if you had to give a clear-cut definition of like what faith is, what would you say it would be?
I would say faith is to not have fear. Because fear paralyzes faith. And
talk to him, bro.
I think, because, you think about it, and fear is in so many areas.
Man.
If you allow it, it can surround you. You can become victim of it, and you'll perish. So, I think, with faith, for one, is you have to think like God, have the mindset of God, having the, just the heart for God, that, oh, okay, you know what? Through Christ, I can just do all things. I just believe. You have to be a believer of the word.
Right.
My thing was, I struggled with tithing, because I look at it, I'm a, logical thinker, I like math because I put a formula in and I know it's going to come out.
Right, that's right.
You know what I'm saying? So with faith, there is no formula.
And I'm going to keep you first, of course, and I know there's no...
Yeah.
You're mine, I'm yours, but I really need a heart like yours. And I'ma keep you first, of course, and I know there's no love like yours. You're mine, I'm yours, but I really need a heart like yours. And I'ma keep you first, of course, and I know there's no love like yours. Only you I put my hope in. I run to you when I feel broken. I know that you fight for me and you give me strength anytime I'm barely coping. Yeah, love deeper than the ocean. I know the God I serve is awesome. I know the God I serve is for me. And Lord, you are the author of my story. Yeah, I'm a sinner, I'm unworthy. Lord, why you show me this much mercy? And yeah, this life we live ain't easy, but I know you will never leave me. I know that you're on my side. Help me to be humble and destroy my pride. And help me leave my past behind. Pray you heal my heart, Lord, renew my mind. Yeah. You're mine, I'm yours, Lord, I really need a heart like yours. And I'ma keep you first, of course, and I know there's no love like yours. You're mine, I'm yours, Lord, I really need a heart like yours. And I'ma keep you first. first, of course, and I know there's no love like yours. And look at all the stuff that you brought me through. All I wanna do is just live for you. Remove it from my life if it ain't pleasing you. Thank you for your word is true. Lord, I bow down and I worship you. Every single day it's to you I run. So much love that you sent your son. In this life of mine, may your will be done. In this life of mine, may your will be done. By the grace of God, I can overcome any situation that may come my way. I know blessings will come my way. I know healing will come my way. Any battle won, anytime I pray. Let your will be done, Lord, have your way. Let your will be done, Lord, have your way. Yeah, you're mine, I'm yours. Lord, I really need a heart like yours. And I'ma keep you first, of course. And I know there's no love like yours. You're mine, I'm yours. Lord, I really need a heart like yours. And I'ma keep you first, of course. And I know there's no love like yours. And I know blessings will come my way. I know healing will come my way. I know wisdom will come my way. My way, my way. I know blessings will come my way. I know healing will come my way. I know wisdom will come my way. My way, my way. Yeah, you're mine, I'm yours. Lord, I really need a heart like yours. And I'ma keep you first, of course. And I know there's no love like yours. You're mine, I'm yours. Lord, I really need a heart like yours. And I'ma keep you first, of course. And I know there's no love like yours.